Alright you lot, Chapper John here, and today we are looking at Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee Deluxe Class Ironhide. Here he is in his vehicle mode. As we can see, it looks pretty cool. He comes with a gun which is on the top, and he comes with a sheet of instructions and this little piece of paper, and a base. Anyway, here he is. He's got the Ironhide colours, you know, red, yellow, a little bit of grey, actually very little of yellow, mostly red and grey. You've got some blue for the windscreen here, if it can even be called a windscreen, which is not actually a complaint. It looks pretty cool regardless. It's translucent blue, so yeah. And removing the gun, he still looks amazing. He rolls pretty well. He's an amazing feat of engineering. You'll see what I mean by that when we get to transformation, which we shall do now. First off, open the sides. Untab the front from here. And bring this up and out the way. We can go ahead and just kind of undo this whole section, like that. Okay. Undo the arms and untap the shoulders from the hips, which I've done remarkably easy this time, which it's not actually difficult to do, but I've done it easier. Never mind. Fold out the legs by the knees and flip out the feet. Twist these so that the opening of this section is facing the back. Twist the thighs 180. Great. Now you can take this black section, which is over here, not the waist, turn that 180. Bring the legs down, and you've got that sorted. Okay, this is going to look really complicated, but it's actually really simple. Take this section here, fold this all the way down, like that. Then, you can take this section, kind of bring it up, and just kind of get this into place. Kind of just have that like that. Bring all this down, and what you kind of want is to bring this over the head, and at the same time kind of tabbing the waist in place. You kind of want things to be in place. Fold that to the back, bring the sides over, and the panels at the back, there's a tab here and a slot here. Take the hands, fold them out, and really that's it. Just adjust a few things and there you go. See what I mean? He's a remarkable feat of engineering. When we first saw this guy, we all thought that the chest was a faux part, but it isn't. It's not a faux part. It's a real thing. It's amazing. Fit the gun into his hand and he looks pretty cool. Another thing you can do with the gun is store it on the back by this peg and slot system at the back, which, if you do it correctly, works really well. It can be stored like that. Can even be stored the other way round, should you want that. Loads of ways to do it. Anyway, articulation is that the head can turn 360, can tilt, up and down, it's on a ball joint and it's really good. Shoulders can't really turn 360, but you don't need them to. They go outwards really well, bends at the elbow 90 degrees, and the only thing for his hand is that they go inwards. Waist turns 360. Hips go forwards really well, backwards really well, outwards really well. His thighs can turn 360. His knees can bend really well thanks to transformation, and his feet, they've got a bit of a tilt to them, and they can go backwards because of transformation. Good articulation. And he folds here. Yes, his hips you might have noticed, are kind of loose. Yeah, it's not too terribly bad, but they are loose, just so you know. Light piping works kind of well, so yeah. Oh, excuse me, I forgot the bicep. Me, oh me, I've not reviewed in a while. They can turn 360. Anyway, now that I've mentioned, I don't think I mentioned the waist. I think I have. The waist turns 360. Okay, we can transform him back now. Okay. Flip in the hands. Fold the feet back. And twist the legs 180. Now, the thing is that the detail on the back is not going to align. You don't want them to. Just so you know, you don't want these to be lined up. Not really. Take the back, open the back section up. Don't bring these panels out all the way. Don't do that yet. Bring these out. And bring this over the head. Now we can start by kind of wiggling things out and just bringing them out of place. Just kind of like that. Don't turn at the waist. That's a very common mistake of what you might think. You want to turn the black section 180, not the hips. The reason you do that is so that his feet can line up here. If you turn the waist, his hips are not going to line up. Matter of fact, nothing will line up. So, yeah, just do that. Good. Now, we can start by taking this, just bringing that out. If you want to, you can tab this into place over here. And bring this all down, and these two tabs here will go here. Two slots over there. Take these sections, bring them forwards. They've got a bit of a thooping place to them. You'll mainly feel it, but you might hear it sometimes. Take these sections. If you've got the shoulders straight, which you definitely want that to happen, bring these to the back, all the way. Okay, these sections right here are going to tab to the bottom slot, not the top, the bottom. Pegging them to the top is a very common mistake. You want them to tab to the bottom slot. So, yeah, get that sorted. Tab them to the bottom slot, which you might need your physical eyes rather than the camera to see, which I definitely do. That is the most difficult part about this guy, lining certain things up. It can be difficult, but nonetheless, it can be done. And once you've got everything lined up, which can be a bit of a challenge sometimes, but it's not impossible. When you've got them lined up correctly, you can tab these in to the feet at the bottom. You can feel them when they go into place. Now you might need your physical eyes, you might not. Dunno, depends. But when they're solidly locked into place like this, you can close the sides up really well. And I've missed. Because what you want to happen is this tab here, go into that slot. That is a really important thing to do. If you don't do that, you've messed up. Take the gun, peg it at the top, and that is it. That is Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee Deluxe Class Ironhide. What did I think of this figure? He's a remarkable feat of engineering. Any problems with the guy? Yes, his hips are too loose, but otherwise, he's a remarkable figure. Anyway, hope you liked this video and have a great time, and as always, see you later.